Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Walk in Favor Network. I'm your host, Pastor K. I want to thank all of you. On yesterday, I had so many more emails coming from survivors, coming from people who have survived a lot of things that they've encountered, which absolutely goes along with the awareness of breast cancer awareness and domestic violence awareness month. So thank you all so much for continuing to support me, supporting the channel, and feeling free to share your personal experiences with me. Now, I want to say this right out of the gate. Today's topic will trigger some of you. Today's topic will trigger some of you. I wrote this because as I do, I write down notes on all of my videos. And I was just sitting one day. Actually, I was at the grocery store and I was sitting in the vehicle and something just wouldn't let me drive off because I said, you know what, this is on me and in my spirit and I got to get it out. So I picked up my notepad, as I keep paper and pen with me all the time, and I just began to write these words, and I wrote it very cold, so it may come across a certain way to you. And as I said, I'm warning you, this will trigger you. And the way I'm going to go and share it with you is just the way it is. I put this video out today because the Most High and the Holy Spirit said today is the day. Now, I have been trying to do this video for several weeks now, and it just wasn't the time. But today is the day to release this. I want to ask you a question. What's the longest walk you've ever taken? Or can you remember the longest walk you have ever taken? I'm not talking about a walk, and there are two types of walks, or two walks you'll take in one day. Do you remember the longest walk you've ever taken? I'm not talking about the time you spent on the treadmill walking. I'm not talking about the time you spent time at the park walking, or at the gym walking, or doing laps. I'm not talking about that type of walk. I'm not talking about walking at Disney World or Busch Gardens or the theme parks. Not talking about that type of walk. The walk that I am talking about that will happen twice in one day. This is a walk you'll never forget. You'll never forget. This walk is not a walk you take for exercise. Let's put it that way. This walk is when you exit a family car, a limousine, and you walk down an aisle in a church. I thought about that. How ironic. On two occasions, we ride in a limousine to a church. Some of us, on two occasions, we walk down an aisle in a church. Now, that I never thought about it until I was writing the script for this video. How ironic. We ride in a limo and dress up in our best garments. We ride in a limo on our wedding day and on the day of someone's homegoing service. How strange that we line up for going inside of a church on those two occasions. And on both those occasions, we walk down an aisle. Think about that. Let that sit in your spirit. I just never thought about how these two events connect. And I was reflecting over this when it was my birthday weekend, and it popped in my spirit. Pastor K, think about two walks you've made in your life. I walked down an aisle to get married. That wasn't the hardest walk I ever took. But I also walked down an aisle to my grandmother, my mother, my grandfather, my aunts, uncle. I walked down the aisle When the church is full of flowers on both occasions, weddings and homegoings. When you walk down that aisle for your wedding, that's a joyous occasion. Everybody is standing up. Think about the dynamics of the two situations. Everybody is standing up to see the bride. But what happens when the bride becomes the daughter of someone who's already up front, where all of the flowers are surrounded? Y'all, I'm not going to lie to you. That was the hardest walk in my life. I don't know about you. I'm getting triggered myself now. I don't know how this is going to go today. I want to take you somewhere. You think about that. The hardest walk in your life happens twice in one day. Walking down that aisle, and the person that raised you, that loved you unconditionally, that had your back, that accepted you for who you are, that poured into you, supported you, corrected you when you got off track and got wrong. They checked you out of love. And you walk down that aisle. That slow walk, seems like that walk never ends, to go sit up on the front row or the second row in a pew. That was the hardest walk I ever made. I don't know. For some of you, it may have been or may be the hardest walk you have already or you will make. Some of you don't know that feeling yet. Some of you haven't experienced either one of those feelings. Some of you have never walked down the aisle to get married, and you've never walked down the aisle to sit on a seat to hear your mother's eulogy, to hear your daddy's eulogy. You don't know what that's like until you go through it. It hit different, and you are never the same after that day. The second part of that walk happens when you stand up out of those folding chairs and you leave that person from whence you came at their final resting place. Now, this person could be your mama, could be your daddy, your grandmother, Nina, Nana, Granny, Big Mama, whatever you call her, Mud Dear. Could be your granddaddy, your papa. Could be your auntie, your Annie, your TT, whatever you called her. Could be a cousin, cuz, what's up? Could be a sibling that you leaving at their final resting place. Could be your husband. It could be a wife. But when you leave that folding chair and you, again, exit to get back in that limousine, and you look back and you realize this really is. Can't call them no more. Won't see their face again. That's a long walk and a very hard walk. I'm going to have to end this video because I done got triggered. I haven't even covered a third of what I was going to say in this. That's maybe another part to this. I want to leave this thought with you today. How ironic. Pay attention. When you were born, your mama, your mother, signed your birth certificate. But you signed your mama or your daddy's death certificate. When you were born, your mama picks out your first little outfit to go home in. You know, your little receiving blanket, your little onesie, whatever it is, your mother picks out your first outfit to go home in. Y'all, I'm going to drop this in your spirit. The Holy Spirit just gave it to me. But you pick out your mother's last outfit to go home in. That's all I got for you today. I'm going to have to stop because I done got triggered, y'all. Be blessed. I'm going to have to end this right now. Comment, like, and share the video. Please send me an email because I know this triggered you. The walk. You'll get the rest of this information that came to me from the walk in my mini book that's coming out very soon. It'll be on Amazon. Think about what I said. Comment, like, and share the video with other people. Hit the notification bell. Follow me. That's all I got today. I've gotten triggered, but I believe this topic was necessary. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you back tomorrow with a midweek word.